Hello and welcome to the final Vlogtober video. I can't believe we're at the end of October. It's actually the 1st of November today because I'm filming this on a Friday. But the final Vlogtober video is going out tomorrow, Saturday 2nd of November. I've been filming bits and pieces this week and I can't actually remember what I filmed. But there'll be lots of knitting. There'll be a little bit of preparation for going to Norway because I'm leaving here on Sunday and then I'm flying out on Monday. And I'm talking about what I'm taking with me, I think, and I'm going to show you what I've been knitting this week. I've got loads of knitting done this week, so I'm going to share that as well. If you're new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns. I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through my website YarnAddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. My online shop will be closed now till I get back from Norway, but I do have 15% off all my online courses while I'm away. In fact, the discount will last until 25th of November, so it will last till after I get back, a few days after I get back. So to get 15% off all my online courses until 25th of November, I'll put the code on the screen and I'll put all the details below, including links to my website where you can find my online courses. You can choose from continental knitting, successful brioche knitting, successful lace knitting, successful socks, Scandinavian colorwork and steeking, and finishing techniques. Almost forgot that. So do go and check out my online courses, 50% off until the 25th of November. You keep indefinite access. You can work through the course in your own time and at your own pace, and you can return to it in the future if you want to. And I will be there to help you along the way and answer any questions you have as needed. It's Wednesday, just after lunch. Busy morning so far. Been doing a bit of work. Well, first I worked out, then I did a bit of work, then I walked the dog, then I went to Pilates, then I ran some errands. Now I'm going to do some work, and then I got to go back into town to go back to the pharmacy to get my prescription because it's taken a week and a half for the doctor's surgery to approve it and send it to the pharmacies. They only got it yesterday, so it's not ready, and I need it today because I'm going to Norway soon and I want to pack tomorrow. So I thought before I get on, I'll write my newsletter, and which I'm going to do next, and I'm also going to check some stuff for my workshop that I'm teaching when I come back from Norway. Yesterday I was teaching a spinner yarn in Devon, lovely little yarn shop. Been teaching this since it opened with the original owner. It's now got a new owner, and we had a really lovely day yesterday. I had a really lovely group of ladies, a small group, they were all really lovely, and we did my clutch bags. So they all chose to do the glamour clutch. Before I got there on, well, Monday evening, I actually cast them for a new glamour clutch. So I got some smaller clutch frames. When I ordered the clutch frames for these last time, I ordered a smaller size as well. And I've been meaning to design a smaller size. And I cast them on Monday evening and knitted the base. And then I used the base to demonstrate picking up stitches and getting started. One of the ladies had never knitted in a round before, so she needed a little bit of help with that, and they were all really good knitters and they got on really well with their project. Obviously you can't finish this in a day, but they knitted the base beforehand, and then we picked up stitches and they started knitting in the round, and I showed them how to do the beads, and then in the afternoon I explained and showed them how to finish the bag off, attach the clutch frame and all that kind of stuff. But I cast them for this, so I was knitting on this during the workshop while they were knitting, because there was a lot of me just kind of sitting around helping them as they needed it. Wasn't a very intense workshop really. So I cast this on. This one's got a lot more beads on it. I'm slightly worried there's too many beads and that's going to make it a bit heavy, so I may have to reassess. I've nearly finished the first repeat, so I might do another repeat with slightly few beads and then do another repeat like this at the top. But I just love this colour. This is Yatagan Merino Cotton in the colourway 1620. I think it's called light blue. Really pretty blue. I'm slightly obsessed with it, and then I'm using these beads, which are denim, I think. Yes, 43, I think that's denim, which I really like. I just like how it sparkles. I think I'm using like twice as many beads on this little one as I did on this bigger one. So I may need to reassess the beads to make sure it doesn't get too heavy. So I don't know whether I don't think I'm gonna work on this a lot before I go to Norway, but I wanted to get it started, and then I'm probably going to just put it on hold till I come back from Norway and then finish it. I would like to finish it and kind of get it out as a kind of pre-Christmas project, but I'm not desperate to do that. I need to finish this Truly Hook project first, which brings me on to the Truly Hook project. So when I went to bed last night, I kind of knew that I probably wouldn't be sleeping very well. That's the feeling I had. I was in quite a lot of pain. I was really tired. And as I've been having problems sleeping anyway, I woke up about midnight and couldn't get back to sleep. So I got up, scrolled a bit of internet, did a bit of knitting. So let me show you what I knitted yesterday. So I blocked this on Monday night and then pinned it yesterday. And you can see the difference. So even though this has been knitted on and folded down a couple of times, you can see how open this is. And then you get to here. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last 5 stripes. Can you see the difference? I don't know if you can see the difference. I can really see the difference. But I've got enough measurements that I need to write the pattern, which I'm going to do tomorrow. I finished these 2 colours, and as I was knitting and I started the next colour last night and I knitted the first 4 rows of the next colour, I suddenly thought, how many more rows do I need to knit before I get to the centre? So the way I'm knitting this is that it will basically go over like that. So half of it will be hanging down the front and half will be at the back. And then this will go to my kind of centre back. So it is kind of long enough now, I think, to be halfway. And when I get to the centre, I want to do a few rows of garter stitch for the front bit. So I'm going to basically knit a few rows of garter stitch for the front bit, cast off the front, and then cast on for the second front, do a few rows of garter stitch, and then carry on. And suddenly last night I thought, have I gone too far? So I was trying to remember how many colours I had left up here, counted how many I've used. I've used 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then before I went back to bed, I came in here and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with these 2 is 10. But because I wanted to do half the row, because this one row is all the way up the front and back, so I want to do the front section, so half the row I want to do a bit of garter stitch for a few rows, at least 8 rows I think, maybe 16, to match the edging which will be on this side. And I thought, I've gone too far. I've either got to do the garter stitch bit on the next 32 row section, or I've got to take back 8 rows and do it. Now I've taken out all these orange and yellow bits, 5 of those. So I grabbed one of those, which is this one, and I thought I will add that one back in. Although I am still thinking about maybe undoing the last 8 rows and leaving this one out. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm about halfway. So I'm glad I kind of thought about that last night, because I don't want to carry on knitting and then have to unpick a load. But I might undo the last 8 rows, the last 2 stripes, when I stop work later on. And then I would knit half of this in garter stitch and carry on the pattern in the other half for 8 rows. Cast off half of it, cast on the same number of stitches, so that I have a split at the front basically. So yeah, I'm glad I noticed last night that I was in danger of knitting too far, but it's coming on really well. I did wind this skein just in case I decided to use it when I had my break this morning, but now I'm wondering whether I ought to go back a few rows. We'll decide when I go downstairs later on to do my knitting. Okay, so the new issue of the knitting magazine arrived today. I don't actually know when it's in the shop, so I hope I'm okay to show you this. I usually get my copy when subscriber copies are sent out. I'm not going to go through this in detail, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to film a video probably tomorrow, which will be out next week on Tuesday, I think. And I'm going to talk about my design. I filmed a video on my design before I sent it off to the magazine, so I just want to film another quick intro, show what the sample looks like modelled, and then show some of the other stuff in the magazine, then put that video together, and that can go up on Tuesday. So this is my design, something very different than what I've done for a long time. So it's basically a bag, it's stranded colour work, so I'm really pleased with that. And I'm just going to show you one more thing, but there will be a more in-depth video about that on Tuesday. But I'll just show you one more design. So this is showing what's coming in the next issue, and that is my brioche design. So this is in, I'm assuming it's in the shops in the UK now or any day now, and the next issue after that is out on the 28th of November. But look out for the video on Tuesday for more on this. It is Thursday, and I thought I really should pack for Norway, and I thought I would just show you what I'm packing. So I think I've dumped everything I need to take with me on the bed. There are a few decisions I have to make, so there's a few things that I'll pack and then take out again, because I haven't quite made a decision about what to take. But I have loads of clothes in Norway, so I don't need to bring any clothes apart from what I'm wearing. The problem is, because I'm going up to stay with my daughters on Sunday, I need clothes to wear on Sunday, and then I need change of underwear and a top to wear on Monday when we're travelling. So my plan is to I'm going to wear the same trousers Sunday and Monday, and then I packed a thin top and a spare pair of underpants in here, and then I will put my dirty top and underwear in here. So I'm going to pack in this, which is a backpack I got earlier this year, which fits the YarnAddict dimensions, and I'm going to pack everything in there. So let me show you what I'm taking and the mess that is on my bed. So I'm going to tilt you down so you can see. Clothes I'm going to wear on Monday. May not need to bring those with me to Norway, because the clothes I'm taking off are my daughter's. So I'm going to wear top, underpants and socks, which I'll take off for Sunday. And if I haven't got room for this in here, this thing, I can leave those at my daughter's. That's not a big deal. That I don't need to bring. So this thing doesn't necessarily have to come with me to Norway, is what I'm trying to say. And then my pouch with my passport and travel insurance and stuff like that in. I'm going to take my passport out and put it in my handbag before I leave on Sunday, because I like to have that on me. My contact lenses for while I'm away. My liquids bag, I need to add some more stuff to there, so it will be a bit bigger. Hang on, I've got some stuff here to put in, those two. There is some more stuff to go in here, but this is quite sort of solid, so whether I put more in or not, it's not going to make it much bigger. So I'll put that at the top as well. My notions pouch, got my little scales in here. I've also got a yarn label in here from an old project. I can take that out. And some post-it notes and some needles. This is the project I'm planning to knit on the journey. This I can take out and just take my hat if I have to. I haven't decided on the yarn colour, but I'm going to go for those two or those two. And I haven't decided on bead colour yet. I've just put ball of each, yarn needles, crochet hook, beads in here, and then I can, this is going to come out again. I'm going to pack this, make sure everything fits in here. Then I'm going to take the stuff that I need before I leave out again. I just want to make sure everything fits. So I'm going to put this in here. I don't have to take that if I decide it's too much. This is my hat in progress. I will take that because that is smaller. So if I need to choose one project, I'll just take that one. This is a scarf, very thin scarf. It's quite big. I take it with me when I travel. I wore it quite a lot as a scarf last time I went to Norway last Christmas. I have some hand warmers in a similar colour, so I'm going to take that, but I can use it as a shawl on the plane as well. My medication, which is quite big, got to take that. I've put the stuff I need in Wales in a separate thing, so I can keep that separate, so I don't have to get that out. I'm going to take some protein powder with me. One of these pouches is these are like clear protein powder, so you just mix it with water. So one of these I'm going to make up a drink before we leave my daughter's on Monday morning, and then I brought another one that I might make up a drink at the airport. I just need a bottle of cold water, and I got like a little whisk. That's the handle. I need to charge it out, and a little whisk with me. It's quite small, so I can take that with me. Means I can make it up on the go, but I'm not going to put that in my suitcase because I need that at my daughter's. And I will put this one in here. No, I won't, because that doesn't take up much space, so that'll be fine. I am on, I'm sure I don't show you any details. I'm on estradiol gel, HRT, and I tried the patches, but they weren't sticking and they weren't really working that well. So I decided to get try the gel, and that seems to be working better. This can't go in my licorice bag because that bottle size is too big, but I do have to show it at the security. You're allowed to take liquid or cream medication, but it has to have your medication label on it with your name, date of birth and stuff, and you need your copy of your prescription. So that's why I put it in a bag with that. This is the makeup I'm taking. Chargers. I have a multi-charger thing in Norway, and I've actually got a long lead in Norway, so I'm going to take that out. But I will need to charge my phone at my daughter's, so I'm taking a plug, a UK plug, to charge the phone at my daughter's, a couple of leads, and then I'm taking a spare Norwegian plug, so that on the way home, if I get delayed at the airport and I have to charge it at the airport, I've got a small Norwegian plug. I have a bigger multi-plug one that I plug in 3, I think, in Norway that I've left there. So I'm going to take that, and then my notions tin. It's got tape measure on all my bits and pieces in it, stitch markers and stuff like that. Pop that in. That's nail polish. Got to go in my liquids bag, which is going to come out again anyway because there's more to go in there. I don't need to take nail polish because I've got one in Norway, but that's a new one I really like. Put the spare mask in here. I need to put a couple other masks in there as well because yes, I still wear a face mask when I travel. This has got other bits and pieces, some makeup wipes, which I'm going to take out because I will need those at my daughter's. Some hair bands. This is a thing really good that is really good for my neck when I get pain on top of my neck. And a couple other bits and pieces in here. Put that one. This is a wrist strap for my phone. I'm going to just pop that in there as well. So we'll put that in here. My Kindle and my tablet. May not take my tablet, I haven't decided yet. I need to charge it as well to make sure it's fully charged. I am taking my Kindle. They go in the pocket on the back. I've got 2 small, well, one of them is not so small, batteries. My phone goes flat really, really quickly. So I need to take at least one of those, but I usually travel with 2 so that I have plenty of battery because my boarding pass and everything is on my phone. And then I want to take my new sweater to make sure I can get it in here. I might wear it on the train up to Wales on Sunday, and I might wear it in the car on Monday to the airport. My daughter likes the car fairly warm, so may not need it, and might wear it at the airport if it gets cold. In my experience, the airport is quite warm, so I might not need it, but I did want to take it to Norway. I was considering this morning taking this. I am wondering if I'm struggling for space, whether this would take up less space. But I don't know, so I'll pack this because that's what I want to take. Sketchbook in case I have to work on design submissions while I'm there. If one of the magazines sends out a call for designs with a short deadline, I may have to do that. I like these are from Paper Chase, and they're quite thin paper, but I'm rubbish at sketching, so I have to use a croquis to put underneath. I don't need 2 of those to put underneath, and these have got dot grid, and their paper is thin enough that you can see through it to draw over the croquis, but it's not so thin that I can't, that it bleeds through kind of thing. I might actually leave this in Norway because I have 2 of these, so I might leave that in Norway because I'm taking it with me every time I go. Taking another little notebook which I haven't used just in case I need it. Reading glasses. No, these are sunglasses. I need to find my reading glasses. I couldn't find them. And some spare tissues. Is that it? My glasses case. I'm wearing my glasses. I'll probably put contact lenses on when I go up to Wales on Sunday. Then I'll wear my glasses when we leave on Monday, because we're leaving Wales at 3 in the morning. And then before we get to the airport, either if we stop at the services just before the airport, or when we get to the car park at the airport, I'll put my contact lenses in, because I prefer travelling contact lenses. And yeah, that's it, I think. So let's zip this up and see how we're doing. Oh gosh, it's a lot. So I think this is going to be a bit much. I may take that cowl project out and just take the hat, actually, because I'm worried that it's going to be a bit too much. I've got a laptop case, pocket at the back here. I'm not taking my laptop. I'm going to put my tablet in there. I'm wondering whether I need to take my tablet. I haven't used it much lately, but my battery runs out of my phone really quickly, so it could be useful to use my tablet instead. My Kindle and my spare batteries can go in there. I could perhaps just take one of the spare batteries. I don't know. Okay, is that it? Is that it? I don't know. Then I'm taking this bag for the stuff that I need on the way to Wales. I really like these dark chocolate covered cherries from M&S. I've got some of those in there. So this one I'm going to use on the train going up to Wales to put the stuff in that I need for the train and need for the first night in Wales, so I can get easy access to it. And then I am going to take this to Norway, because coming back I have booked a second bag, so I don't have to worry about any yarn purchases I make in Norway. So I will have a little bit more space on the way back. I'll have this tote bag as well. So I do need to make sure that this will fit in here as well. I think I'm going to have to take that project out and just take my hat, and then I'll have the jumper in Norway. But let's take out the clothes I'm taking first. And I do want to take that new top I knitted, so that's in here. And this bag, when I get to Norway, I'm going to use as a project bag from the jumper I'm knitting. So let's just try this. So I need to be able to fit this in here, although it does take up quite a bit of space. I am thinking about buying one. I really wanted one, but I bought a pink one of these when I went to Norway in May at the airport, and I really like it. But I thought pink isn't a very practical colour. So when we came back last time, I was going to buy a grey one. But they didn't have grey. I bought it at the airport because it's quite a bit cheaper than in the shop. I didn't realise these come in 2 sizes, and this is a smaller size. And I kind of fancy this larger size because the shoulder strap is a bit longer. So I am thinking about maybe buying that to Norway, and then I don't need to bring this to Norway. I can just bring it to Wales and leave it in Wales with instructions to my husband to bring it home. The largest size is not very much bigger, it's only a tiny bit bigger, and it has longer shoulder straps. This is from a company called Dayet. It's a Danish brand, I think, but it's so popular in Norway. And there is a shop where we normally go shopping near my parents, but they're quite expensive in that shop, I think, for what they are. They're a lot cheaper at the airport, but whether they'll have the right size, I don't know. So put that in there just in case, because I've got to make sure I can bring it home with me. And then put that one in. Take a water bottle that's smaller than this. I'm going to take one that's 350 milliliter rather than half a litre. And then I'm also going to take this one, because this one's really easy to use for my protein, clear whey protein drink, because I can stick my Wizzy thing in here to make it up. So I'm going to take that, but I can carry that when I walk onto the plane, because I don't know whether it leaks slightly or not. I need to make sure I can fit this in here. This is really full. Problem with YarnAddict is that it has to fit inside their sizer, And I think when you book just the basic ticket, which means you can only take one of these on board, and this will fit underneath the seat in front of me, that I'm not worried about that. But if it doesn't fit in the size throughout the gate, they will get quite stroppy with you. And if this is like completely shoved full, then I will struggle to get it in there. I wish it didn't have this pocket on the front. I don't tend to put anything in this pocket. I got a face mask on that from my last trip. Yes, I do still wear a face mask on the plane and the train if it's busy. And I should wear it at the airport, but I quite often end up taking it off at the airport because I spend too much time there and it gets too hot and I have stuff to eat and drink. So I usually end up taking it off at the airport. But I do wear it on the plane because I don't want to catch anything. So yeah, I probably can fit my smaller, there is a bit of space in it, so I can fit my water bottle in there, that's not a problem. So I've just come out in the garden to take some photographs. I needed to get some photographs of the sangria cow. I'm thinking I might take this with me to Norway. I've also packed my pink hat, and this matches, this pink sparkly yarn from the Discreet Unicorn. And it'll be quite nice and warm, but it won't take up too much space in my hand luggage. So I might take that one. I haven't quite decided yet. Or I'm also thinking about this one, because this one's really thin and light. This is the Kiviet brioche cow. I can, if it gets too hot, if we go for a walk and it gets warm, I can just unloop it and have it around my neck like that. And if it is chilly, I can wrap it around my neck like that. The only problem is I don't have a hat that matches this. I don't have a hat that matches this purple. And I don't know if it's going to be cold enough to need a hat. It's going to be sort of between 5 and 10, I think, most of the time. So unless it's very windy, I don't know if I'll be wearing a hat. So maybe I'll just take this with me, because this is quite nice and thin, but very warm because it's Kiviet. Anyway, take some patterns because I would like to release the pattern for, I'm thinking about releasing this one next week and this one later in November. So I'm going to do a video now on my latest design for the knitting magazine. That won't take me very long because I'm only going to do like an intro and talk a bit about the magazine, show off the photos in the magazine. Talking about the actual sample, I recorded that before I sent the sample off, so that won't take me very long. I have some stuff I wanted to try and list on Vinted, but I'm not sure. I listed some stuff on Vinted yesterday. I listed a handbag from Pom Pom London that I bought in the summer, and I've only used it once. And I wasn't that keen on the colour, so I decided to sell it because I've actually ordered another one, the same bag in a different colour. So I decided to list it, and I also listed 3 straps. Pom Pom London that do these fabulous fabric straps, and for each bag you normally get to choose 2 of these. So I had a few, I got tons of them, and I got a few that I haven't really used. Well, I got a few that I haven't used at all, and I got some that I've only used maybe once or twice. So I listed 3 of those yesterday. So 1 bag, 3 straps. They all sold within an hour. So that was good. So they're all wrapped up now, ready to go to a drop-off point tomorrow. Can't go today because I haven't got the car. And then I got all my stuff ready for my workshop at Stitchfest on Saturday, printed off all my notes, packed what I needed, and so that bag is all ready to go. Packed all the stuff I need for Norway, so that's ready to go. So I'm going to record this video now and then spend an hour or so pattern writing and then call it a day for today. I thought I'd have all tomorrow morning and most of the afternoon to do some work. I had an appointment at 3 o'clock tomorrow, but it's now been changed to 1, which it doesn't really suit me. 3 would have been better, but that's fine. I can work around it, but it does mean I'm going for a massage tomorrow, massage and waxing before my holiday. So it means that I have to, when I come back, I may have to do like another hour of work, which I don't really like doing. After a massage, I want to just relax, but I may have to do an hour of work. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to untangle this. So let's talk about my knitting. I haven't done as much on this. So yesterday, when I sat down to knit. I think I said last time I talked about this, I can't remember whether that was in this Vlogtober video or the previous one. I was going to do another, on the next 32 row repeat, I was going to split for the front. And then I started knitting and I thought no, or I was about to start knitting, and I would have had to use another ball of orange, and I felt like there was enough yellow and orange in the middle, and I'm happy with a bit more yellow, but I didn't really want any more orange. So I took out 8 rows, yeah, 2 stripes, and re-knitted it in garter stitch. So that's what I did last night, and then I started and I split for the front and back and started knitting the next colour. So I've done 1, 2, 3. I'm on the 3rd stripe, so a couple more rows I think, and then I'm back to the full pattern repeat. So let me try and put this on without dropping it all off the needles to show you kind of what it will look like. So it will kind of go across like that. I just felt like it was probably long enough, and yeah, I think I was right actually. I think that is long enough. I mean, this section here hasn't been blocked, so that will stretch out a bit more. So I think that's long enough, and then it will go out that way. So it'll be a very bright kind of cardigan-ish type thing. And then on the sides here, I will do a seam up here. You don't have to do that. You can have it as like a cape, but I prefer to seam it so that it stays on a bit better. And then the fronts will be like sort of waterfall drapey fronts. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I'm not going to finish it before I go. I would like to finish the current 32 row repeat I'm on today. I started knitting the swatch for this sweater in pink because I really need to write that pattern so I can start knitting on Monday. The yarn has arrived at my parents, and I would like to cast on as soon as I arrive on Monday, which should be at my parents about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So I think we're landing just after 2, so probably 4 or 5 in the afternoon we'll get to my parents. So I could knit on it on Monday evening, and I would like to cast on straight away. So I'm swatching at the moment on 3mm needles. I'll see how that goes, what that looks like. I might also swatch on 3.25mm needles before I decide. What I'm thinking about, depending on how much difference the tension is maybe knitting it on the same number of stitches, but then it'll come out slightly smaller because this sweater is starting to get a little bit too big. So if I carry on losing weight, it might end up too big. Although it's, you know, it's like a roomy, loose fitting sweater, so it'll still be wearable. But I'm thinking if I knit a new one a little bit smaller, that should be fine. I need to just also double check I got enough yarn. I ordered 200 grams. This one was 160 something grams, so I think 200 grams should be enough, because it's 200 grams per 25 gram ball, I think, so 800 meters per 100 grams. So yeah, I might make it slightly smaller than this because this one's quite roomy. It is Friday morning, so technically we're no longer in October, but we're going to ignore that. It's the 1st of November. Can't believe October is over already. But I wanted to show you my knitting that I got done yesterday. Just trying to wonder what's happened to the rest of my Advent yarn, because I thought it was here and I can't find it. And I'm going to need 2 new skeins in a minute, but I have no idea where it's gone. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Okay, let's just have a look what I've been knitting. So I haven't gone back and looked at what I filmed yesterday, so I can't remember how much I've done since last night, but basically not a lot. So I split for the front, the 2 fronts, I said that, and I have knitted, I think I probably knitted half of this yesterday. I basically haven't finished the first 32 rows in this colour combination. I am on row 25 or something, I think. Hang on, let's have a look at my row counter. I'm just finished row 26, so I've got 6 more rows in these 2 colourways, and then I'm going to have to wind up the next 2 mini skeins if I can find my yarn. Where on earth is that gone? Strange. So this is what it's looking so far. Can you tell the difference? This obviously was blocked up to by here. Like, it's been in and out of my project bag for the last few days, so it's not like freshly blocked look, but look at that, it's still quite open compared to that. Difference is quite staggering, I think. So I'm definitely going to finish the next 6 rows today and hopefully get a chunk of the next 32 rows done. I would like to, so how many more have I got to do? So I got to do, after these 32 rows, I got 1, 2, 3. Yes, after these 32 rows, I got 3 more lots of 32 rows to do, plus the edging at the end. And I've got quite a lot of knitting time today, like my normal knitting time this afternoon, and then a bit of knitting time this evening. And then tomorrow I'm going to be out most of the day because I'm teaching at Stitch Fest in the morning. So I've got to leave here about 8:30 probably, 8:45, something like that. And then teach until 1:30. Then I'm going to have a look around the show. So I guess that'll take about an hour, maybe a bit more. So I reckon I will probably aim to leave there by 3 maybe, which means I'll be home by 4. So yeah, I'm going to be out most of the day tomorrow. And then when I come home, I've got a little bit of admin I need to do, just to tie up some loose ends, and then I'm going to relax and knit for the rest of the evening. So I will be working on this. So hopefully I might get 32 rows done tomorrow. I'm hoping today I can get the rest of these 6 rows done and maybe a whole chunk of 32 rows, and then another 32 rows tomorrow. Then I'd only have 1 lot of 32 rows to do when I come back. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm hoping when I come back from Norway, I'm actually going to set a reminder on my phone so I don't forget about this when I come back. Especially if I haven't finished a sweater I'm planning to knit in Norway. I can see myself coming back and forgetting about this and just carrying on my sweater. So I'm going to put a note on my phone, a reminder when I come back. And this will be my priority project when I come back, and I'll aim to get it done in the first couple of days after I come back probably, so I can block it. But the pattern is written. I need to proofread it this afternoon and then send it to my tech editor so she can start working on that while I'm away. And hopefully we might get the most of the tech editing done while I'm away. So yeah, I'm aiming for a late November release for this, and at the moment we are on track for that. We've had a lot of new subscribers this month. This has probably been my best month on YouTube ever in terms of new subscribers. Thank you very much for all your support. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, you can get 15% off my online courses until the 25th of November. I'll put the code below and on the screen. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.